so there are no rights, but we do have rights.
You can say no.
Sorry, LCO, did you want to say something?
I was just saying that under the bylaws you can say no.
Councillor Henderson?
Yeah, just a question to Councillor Kepper as Chair of the Community Board. I say here that the resolution from the board is that the board supports
Councillors?
that the board supports a recommendation to Council for a special road stand and motor over SB for a mobile coffee cart. I just want to clarify, is it, in your opinion, appropriate to recommend such without consulting with any of the affected parties as a community board?
Can I answer that with a question? When you opened your backpackers business, did you consult with the other backpackers?
Okay, well, none of those questions are going anywhere, so if there are any other questions for Jane?
Just a moment, my question is specific to this case. What Councillor Kepper's brought in is not relevant to this matter. It's personalising the issue. I'm asking is his position as the chairman of the board, does he think it's appropriate to make a recommendation to Council to support this without the community board having consulted with staff on behalf of any of the affected parties? Yes or no?
I think you've already answered that, Councillor Henderson. Well, it's already been answered because they have recommended it to full council, so obviously, you know, well, that's answered your question then, hasn't it? Is that correct?
Our recommendation is, as you can see in writing,
Yep.
the question of consultation, like I said before, is not necessary to consultate on it. This is another retail establishment. Are we going to require every retail outfit that wants to start up in any shape or form to get the consent of other retailers?
Councillor Minster?
I think when it's on our land and we're given the licence, I think yes.
Okay, any other? Yeah, Councillor Chisholm?
Yeah, I just want to know what happens if other precedents that have already been set right within our district.
I think, well, I'll try and answer that, Councillor Truman. I think every, situation is going to be different. I mean, obviously you've got the population of Taupo, you've got the population of Mangakino, where you've got the coffee or the bus down by the lake. The same with Turangi. I think you've got to decide whether Mochuoka is big enough for just the one coffee place, the Liquish Cafe, or does it justify within your beliefs that another one should be on there? I think it comes down to that, because underneath the regulatory that we can't, they've got the right to be there if we say yes. Councillor Minster.
Yeah, I was going to say each one on its merits. Like down the waterfront, we're adjusting each merits, ice cream containers and things like that. Yeah, so
Yeah, Councillor Hickman.
Pretty interesting. They're normally advertised for the activity, and the sites again are set aside for that particular purpose, and that's why you can turn this one down, because you're setting aside. Then it should be advertised, and you might get other activities that want to use that site as opposed to a coffee cart. But
Okay, any other questions for Jane? If not, sorry, Councillor Williams.
I wasn't quite sure how much they would, if this was to be granted, how much they would be paying for the right to operate the business.
Specifically, I'm not 100% certain. I would need to check and get that check.
Because for me, that's a key question, because this, obviously this business would be in competition with some of our other ratepayers.
Sorry, Councillor Williams. Mr. Williams just advised me it's evaluations usually done on the site, and it's based on that.
Would you have a sort of a rough idea?
It's not going to be huge. Okay, so the suggested resolution is that Council approves providing a special road stand at Mochuoka SNRH for a mobile coffee cart. Do we have a mover and a seconder?
I'll move because the board has so moved in its resolution. I'm going to support the board on this and move this current resolution. I'd like to speak to it if there's a mover.
I'll just Is there a seconder? There's no seconder. I'm new at this game, sorry, so...
Then I'm afraid that the resolution is not being
Lost. Yeah, it's lost. Okay. But do I need to do anything else to record that? Is there any other resolutions that people want to make? Not that there would be anyway.
Point of clarification, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, I was going to suggest that that the council declines the approval of a site at the Esplanade mobile hospital.
Are you moving that?
I'll move that, Mr. Chairman.
You have a second?
Yep.
Councillor Henderson? Have you got those words? Can you just read those words back out?
Council declines approval of a special road stand on the Whakaaro Esplanade for a road alcohol pack.
I've got a move and a second. Anyone against that? Would you like to speak against it?
I'd like to speak against it in terms of it annoys me that we attempt to attract business, and dare I say it, with the new local government amendment that's been removed from our well-beings, but I'm thinking along the economic grounds. This is an occasion where somebody wants to set up a business and this council has said no. Are we in the business of telling other people that they cannot start up businesses just because another business objects to it? I'm finding all the time through my last term in council that we are either rubber stamping what some people want to do in the retail sector, or saying no, you can't do it. Is that what this council is about? Is it about stopping competition, stopping other businesses coming into town because we already have established businesses? I mean, if I wanted to start up a car yard, what would the effect be to that? Well, I could just start up a car yard because the district plan allows me to within the zone. And I'm saying, I'm saying that, well, we work hard to try and attract people and business to the district. We also hamstring ourselves.
Thank you, Councillor Heather. You want to speak against Councillor Tree?
Yeah, so normally I would support what comes through from the Turangi board, because they know the community best. But given that there's two different opinions coming through from our councillors, I would like to suggest that it goes back to Turangi for more consultation. Today was also mentioning that she wanted some more time because there wasn't enough time given, so
a mover and a seconder, so I'd ask the seconder to speak for suggested resolution.
Yeah, I'll just speak to it in terms of this isn't about an issue of whether this council wholesale supports all economic development or not. It's about whether it grants a licence for a business to operate in public space. It doesn't pay rates. It competes with a business approximately 150 metres away who does pay significant rates, I imagine.
Okay, and then we've got Councillor that moved it, last speaker for
I just think that Motor Opera is such a very small place. The marina is very close to the licorice cafe, whereas some of our licensees down through here, like the coffee place just down on the lakefront, 3 or 4 metres or 100 metres from the town centre, we've always tried to keep our licence facilities out of our CBD, or we could say Motor Opera is their CBD, and the marina is very, very close, and it wouldn't be too much difficulty for somebody to just walk up and down. So I support the resolution.
Councillor Munson, do you want to speak for
Yeah, just in reply to going forward, like, to me, obviously I'm all for job creation, but this is obviously not job creation. This is sacrificing jobs in one business for a fly-by-night business on council land, a car yard, you're going to go rent, pay rates. This is council land, and that's in our control, and no different than just Barry picking them up. There's allocations of spots around town, and generally where it's not affecting a retail business, we know it's had a direct effect on a retail business.
Okay. Councillor Pate, would you like to speak?
I'm just unhappy that we're making a decision for a community board that covers that particular area. I don't feel happy about that. I think now they've made that decision. How should we be playing God for something that was in our distinctive area? I know we're in a district, but we've still got a community board that is there to make decisions in there.
Well, I'm a bit out of order because you're speaking against, and it was against to start off with. So I'm going to put the resolution to the vote. Those that are for the suggested resolution that's moved by Councillor Hipling and seconded by Councillor Henderson, please show your hands. We've got Councillor Williams, Councillor Hipling, Councillor Downer, Councillor Henderson, Councillor Johnson, Councillor Kirk, and Councillor Minster. Those against? Councillor Truman, Councillor Kepper, and Councillor Craig. Motion's carried. 7 to 3. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry. The CEO is going to tell me off now.
No, I'm not going to tell you off, but I did want to clarify before we actually went into the resolution about that the recommendation that's been put through from, or the resolution that's come through from the board. Now, this is a little bit different to the resolutions that the board puts through, which are all recommendations that are related to the delegations. This is actually a council role to decide on whether or not it could in fact be allowed there. So this wasn't something that had been delegated to the board. The board was expressing a view and therefore was resolving to say we support this. So it wasn't a matter that would be sent back to our board for them to decide or to put forward another resolution. So it's a little bit unusual to say some of the recommendations that have come through from the board in the past. So to make that clear.
Okay, thanks, Deputy CEO. Okay, item number 10 is